Hi everyone, I am coming to you right quick with a vlog. If you hear an echo, it's because I'm in my processing room. I'm about to get ready to go to lunch, but I wanted to do this right quick. I've been receiving a lot of emails lately about information on autism and everything, and I know I haven't done a video in a hot minute, but I was thinking that I really never gave much background on how we knew to get Tristan checked. So this is just going to be my first video into the background. What happened was Tristan was around 18 months old, going in for his normal checkup, maybe a little bit before that, because we felt that something wasn't quite right because he still wasn't talking, and we just didn't know. So the first thing the pediatrician was like, well, let's get his ears checked. And while we're getting his ears checked, let's go ahead and do an early childhood intervention program and, sign him up for that, maybe, something between the two. So the first thing we did was went and find a ENT, ear, nose, and throat doctor, and he did find fluid in his ears. So he was like, okay, well, let's go ahead and put the tubes in, because to him, it sounds like if you put your head underwater and someone is standing at the end of the pool trying to talk to you, it's like that Charlie Brown, like the teacher, wah, 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 wah. That's all he hears. So we was like, okay, well, let's do that. So we got the surgery, did that, and in between all of this, we have the ECI, the Early Childhood Intervention Program, all set up to come out to the house to do the little testing. And it was like, yes, he has a speech delay, so let's go ahead and get him, started with therapy and everything. So basically, his therapy just started as a speech or communication type of therapy. So then here comes the age of 2. So June, here comes June for his birthday. Okay, we've been doing the ECI for a few months now. The tool's been in for a few months now. Still nothing. Brought him back to the pediatrician, and the pediatrician was like, well, let's go ahead and have them test him for autism. Let's see where he falls at on the spectrum. The spectrum can be from very, very mild to very extreme. So you can go from, oh, I don't like to socialize with people, but I can communicate and talk, to just flat out just Rain Man, Asperger's, syndrome and everything. So Tristan had 2 tests done, but the basic test that a lot of people do is the CARS test. It's the Child Autism Rating Spectrum, something like that. And it's a series of questions that they ask you to pick A, B, C, or D. You have to pick one of them, and then they'll come back and do another test where they just visualize and make him do different things, and they score him on different things. And he did fall on the spectrum for autism, but he fell on the spectrum between mild and moderate. So I would like to say that this whole time from going to the doctor to finally getting diagnosed took almost 9 months. So people ask me, well, what are some of the noticeable characteristics? It really all depends. Tristan's main thing was that he was not talking, and if most of you guys know, he's 2.5. He'd be 3 this June, and he's still not talking. However, he has his own way of communicating that I expressed in previous videos. Like, he'll bring us his cup, or he'll bring it to the refrigerator, or he'll point to something, or he'll grab it and bring it to you himself. So he does it that way. Some of the other things I want to say is autism.org or Autism Society. It's one of the websites that I was on. Maybe probably was WebMD also. I was probably on. And I did so much searching, and all of them came back the same: repetition. He loves to play with Hot Wheel cars. But, some of those cars say, oh, it's not intended for kids that's 3 and younger. With Tristan, it's totally different, because he wants to play with the cars, but he likes to look at the wheels, the way they roll, the way they move. Tristan can be in a room by himself and play alone with no problems at all. I mean, I can literally be sitting there doing homework and I just have to give him something to grab his attention, and he's okay, you know. So it was that that's part of the social aspect where he can really don't want to be around. Like this thing, we're going to the doctor, and when he got sick, we had to bring him to Children's Hospital because he was really sick. He freaks out between doctor's office and hospitals. He would not go. Sometimes as pediatrician, just go ahead and just deal with it. But like the last visit, it went in the hallway. For some reason, he was okay in the hallway. I don't know. But, I mean, it's different things at different levels and different stages. And the light bulb goes off on parents when they be like, you know what, something is just not right. So even if your child is speaking, say they're 3 or 4 and they're talking, but it's not a lot of communication, or they really seem to not socialize, those are little hints and little clues. I know they say the earlier the better with therapy and everything, but recently they didn't want to diagnose before the age of 2, but they see really that's when it's coming on. I have been doing a lot of reading, and the new statistic now is that 1 out of every 100 kids have autism, but 1 out of every 50 boys have autism. So if you go to a mall, best to believe 1 out of every 50 boys you see, one of them will be autistic or somewhere on the spectrum. So it's kind of crazy, and me and my husband been like kicking ourselves in the butt, like what could we have done differently? And we have friends that say that's why I don't get my kids immunization until after they can talk and after the age of 3. I even have coworkers who do not get their kids immunized. It's like, well, if everybody else around them is getting it, I don't need it, so they sign off on it as a thing that in their religion background they do. I mean, so some people saying it's an immunization, and I remember somebody sent me a link back to a video with Jenny McCartney on Larry King, and she showed where kids are now getting immunized 2 times higher than many years ago. So I mean, that's just it's crazy. It really is crazy. So I just wanted to give a little intro into that, and I'm gonna try to start doing more videos and everything, but I just wanted to start with that. I hope you guys are enjoying Hump Day Wednesday, and I will try to talk to y'all again later on in the week. Take care. Bye.